It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back. We got a brand new video suggested by one of you guys in the Discord community, so shout out to Unworldly Line 47 for suggesting this video. Now, the reason that I specifically wanted to spotlight this video in particular is because of the creator that had actually created this video in the first place. And if you guys have a keen eye or are curious, this is the same creator that not only, I think in the past, had actually deeply enjoyed and wanted the game to be as extremely survivor-sided as possible when it came down to the summer event way back when. Now, of course, most recently, was trying to claim that somehow Minskoll was incorrect and decided to misquote, decided to misrepresent, decided to make up their own narrative. And then also is the same individual who decided to create a follow-up. Decided to create a follow-up to double down on how incorrect they were about the entire viewpoint of balance, the entire viewpoint of everything, because their entire basis is, oh, but it's not fun. Believe it or not. Now, this is a basically abridged version of the entire discussion. Of course, I can link the most recent entry, I guess you could say, within the saga in the description, or at least at the end screen. It's a lot easier to put it there. But I find it a bit ironic because it's like I thought this would be perfect for you, Mr. Survivor Main, because this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted no killers to play the game. You wanted to make sure that your mode is super easy and handholdy. Like, this is exactly what a lot of Survivor mains wanted. So I find it very interesting that we are now trying to pretend like this is somehow a ruined anniversary, when this is directly what you've been asking for since even back then during the summer events, over like since last year. So I'd like to imagine there'd be a change of heart, but I really don't think so, because they were given every point of opportunity to analyze and break down and understand the perspective that people are trying to offer, and chose to double down and continue to huff and puff and gaslight themselves and sit in their echo chamber for the rest of their lives within the DB space. So who knows?
But before I even get into the event and the game mode itself, what's like the first thing everybody does when the anniversary rolls around? You saved up a bunch of blood points, and now it's time to level up and get a bunch of cakes. And
which, mind you, speaking about the cakes, they Behavior blatantly lied about it being a bug, because obvious reasons. They obviously coded this for a reason. They made it this way. They chose to make it so that you barely get any cakes. This is something that they've actively done on purpose. Now, I don't really have the knowledge or the thing, like all the evidence in the world to obviously fully 100% without a shadow of a doubt, but let's really be so for real. If all they really had to do was just put the offerings in like they always have. The thing is that they did something to those offerings when, mind you, the offerings were the same for 9 anniversaries straight beforehand. Why did they wait till the 10th one to start changing it? Which boils down specifically to what I've said before, which was, why are we touching something that doesn't need to be fixed? That's mainly been my problem with the balancing, especially when it comes to overbuffing the Survivor anyway. I just don't think, like, there were certain perks I don't think needed to be touched. Like botany knowledge I thought was perfectly fine, and that got buffed, and I'm like, for what? Yet killers and their powers and their perks are just untouched or given either nerfs or decimal point changes that provide no impact to anything. It's insane.
And as far as the rest of the anniversary stuff goes outside of the event, that stuff's been a disaster too. The anniversary items, no confetti when you finish them. Pulling them out of a chest, no, you can't do that. Shrine of Secrets was normal day 1 with no daily rotation, and then they fixed that on day 2, but forgot to add the discount. And then they fixed it again the next day, but we got perks that we've seen in the last 4 days, and it's like now they're being stingy with what perks they got too. It's very bizarre. And the cosmetics, not only is there not many of them, they're the ugliest trash I've ever seen. They're just not interesting. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Now, what I want to mention is that I find it hilarious, like I keep saying, that this particular individual had wanted the game to remain survivor-sided, to be survivor-sided as possible. In every video we've covered from them, it has always followed that same narrative. So I just think it's very funny that even like within their complaints, there are these like nitpicks of like things that sure like are problems because of the game in itself is just bad, like the game is ass. However, they're so nitpicky and minuscule in comparison to the atrocity that the whole entirety of the event is towards the killers. Now, I'm not expecting a survivor main to bat for killers, obviously. I mean, especially when they have been so previously incredibly undoubtedly biased for as long as they have been, obviously. But it's just like the only things being discussed are things that I don't think many would have noticed. Like, we're talking about what, the Shrine of Secrets, and oh, you use your item and there's no confetti. Like, I didn't think people were paying attention to that. I guess because Survivor really isn't that interesting, so confetti is the only interesting part to wait for when you're playing that, because you're filling a bar all day and then you hear beep, 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 and then that's it. Like, that's all you're getting out of it. That's just sad. They got to do something about Survivor, man. For that to be the only thing to look forward to, they got to do something, man. They got to make it way more interesting, because there's no way. Like, that's just kind of sad.
Typed into Grok, make spooky masquerade designs, and then they shipped it. It's just fucking boring. And the usual challenge to push people to participate in the event, they want you to work insanely hard in an event that people aren't having fun with for 20,000 blood points. That's barely enough to grab a couple of nodes on the blood web. Like, what are they doing?
Like I said, all these complaints are minuscule in comparison. You know what I mean? I mean, they're nitpicks, and it's not to defend the game mode or defend behavior or even defend the game, because you already know what my thoughts are on the game and its balance and the anniversary or whatever. We covered it so many times, but it's like such a nothing burger of a complaint. Like, oh, people are not having fun, and then you see the progress. He's already played 44 matches. I'm like, brother, like, what the fuck? Like, brother, come on. Like, you want to say you're not having fun, and why are you playing so many games, brother? It says personal progress 44. Dog, like, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm not having fun. You're playing 40 something matches in a row, buddy. Stop the cap. Like, stop the cap right now.
First of all, visually, it's uninteresting. They didn't really do much this year with the maps or the hooks or anything. There's like food and plates, and it's like the banquet thing, but it's okay. Truthfully, I don't really understand everything. I'm kind of a moron, and I think it's overcomplicated and cumbersome.
Yeah, that's obvious.
But you can pick up food, and then you can eat the food to do powers, but then if you put all the food down on a tray, everyone gets new powers or something. It doesn't really matter. Basically,
I mean, I hate to say it, but this kind of only further proves my point that I've been making about the gameplay of Survivor. Is like, you clearly don't need to know what the fuck is going on to still succeed. Like, as you can see, like, mind you, this is the most, like, one of the most die-hard Survivor-focused people that we've covered on this channel before. And if you're telling me that this person doesn't even know what the hell is going on in the event, like, Like, bro, that's all. Like, bro, come on. And mind you, you got to put 2 and 2 together, right? They don't know what the hell's going on, how the game functions. Let's just call it what it is. But adamantly wants the game to be Survivor's side. It's crazy, dog. Because keep in mind, the Survivor gameplay is very, very A to B, very minuscule, very forward. It's not like you're using much brain power or strategizing, especially with the amount of hand-holding that they've added. Compared to Killer, where you're literally having to strategize around 4 different people with 4 different experience levels, going across the different maps that can only, like, that can affect how your power will function, trying to understand and predict where and when the gens are, where to go, where they're gonna hide at, you know, where they tend to heal at, what are the habits that certain people have. It's like night and day, dude. Night and day. It's like sad.
Survivor's got a bunch of tools to play with this year, and then Killer's kind of got shafted, which I just think is not good. Obviously, a bunch of people, most survivors also think the event is boring. I think the event is boring.
I don't know why it would be boring, though, to be fair. Like, you got everything you could have asked for. Like I've said previously, like, this person has wanted the game to be this way. Back when they had the gas canisters around that summer event where they were pouring in the thing and it was like gens were getting done in like 20 seconds or less solo. Because I've covered those blood gens previously. This is the same one. I was like, oh, this is amazing. We should have it in the game. It shouldn't be slow at all. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then we've covered that video he made about Minskull, where, like I said, misrepresented, misquoted, didn't even include any of the evidence. Tries to say that slugging is, oh my god, it shouldn't be there because it's not fun. It's like, that's not an argument. It's like, come on, man. Like, no, it's not bad, obviously. Like, come on. Let's not pretend that this is not what you asked for. This is the thing that I'm saying about not only the DBD community, but even the survivors within the DBD community that are as entitled as this, can look at something that gives them everything they could have ever asked for. They don't die. There's no tension. They constantly have every bonus under the sun. They have invisibility, invincibility, speed boost, healing, like teleporting. Like, what other shit do you possibly need, brother? You have everything you could have asked for. Come on now. Like, let's be so for real, bro. Like, let's be so for real. Like, come on now. Come on. Come on. Like, come on. Literally, like, it's weird to me. Like, I'd understand if, like, the player's base is dropping because they're playing Killer and they're like, this shit is awful. So I can imagine the people who play Killer like, I'm not playing this event. But Survivors, they're feasting. Like, I don't understand. You're given the entire, like, 3-course meal with dessert, sides, some drinks. You know what I'm saying? You got everything given to you, dude. Like, what is there not to like? Like, they wanted it easy. They got it. I don't understand. Like, I hate this. Like, I'm just saying, right? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I don't get it. Because, come on. Peace. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I want to hear what you guys think of the topic at hand today. And if you've been playing the event, what do you think about it? If you haven't been playing the event, what have you been playing? And if you want to hear about stuff that we have been playing, I should say, you can check out the Rivals channel and the Video Essay channel for that. Of course, because we're going to be dropping videos on the Video Essay channel to be covering different things for different games. Pretty great. Absolutely. But let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off these wonderful members. We got Patreon, Crow Vader. All my YouTube members, Brando, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not J-Lo, Evil Peach, Cargan Falcon, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. Really appreciate you guys supporting, man. And if you also subbed on Twitch, just know that you got love coming your way too. Appreciate you guys, man.